Hey, Teacher Thoughts here, coming at you with another video. It is time for us to see the results of our treatment of aphids in the greenhouse. So we were using the Bioadvanced Dual Action Rose and Flower Insect Killer. Show that to both of you. With this, I did apply this midweek, and it's Saturday. So I think Wednesday I did an application, either Wednesday or Thursday. So it's been a couple of days. This stuff is supposed to do an instant kill at first. So it's supposed to do an instant kill at first, and then it's a systemic. So it works in two forms. One, if the insect directly gets contact with this or absorbs it into their body, it will end the aphid rather quickly. Well, we'll put it that way. So that's a contact thing. And then the chemical then absorbs into the plant and then becomes a part of the sap of the plant. And then as those sucking insects, so aphids are sucking insects, as they work at sucking out the fluids of the plant, then that chemical is ingested by that insect and then dispatches them. There we go. We'll use the dispatch word. So it works in two ways. This is supposed to protect for 30 days. So this systemic should stay in the plants for 30 days, which means anything we missed should have a chance to absorb some of that chemical and get rid of them. And now it's kind of the results. We're going to go ahead and look at the plants and see if we can find any live aphids. So we're going to look in the sweet potato vine, and when you've got aphids on sweet potatoes, they're going to be on that new foliage. So this foliage down here. And we're going to be looking for anything that's still alive. It's kind of hard to see. You know, I've got waning light. I had some things going on today, so I wasn't able to do this earlier. But we're going to be looking in here to see if we can find any insects that are on that new tissue. So you will find, you know, sucking insects like to be on the new soft tissue. It's just easier for them to go in and feed on there. So that's, when I'm looking for aphids, that's where I'm going to look on here. I'm always going to be looking at the new tissue. This is a little bit of snail and slug damage. I did get a slug out of here earlier, and I also got a snail out of here, so not worried about that damage. I know what that came from, but I am looking for any sort of live aphids, and I dropped him. I don't know if he was live or dead. Okay, so we're going to look inside. Aphids will also hide on the underside of leaves, so I'm not seeing anything on the underside, which is okay. That is okay. Okay, so that sweet potato is clean. Let's take a look at the next one. Okay, looking through here, I find a lot of dried aphid carcasses. So if you look, probably won't be able to see that. So right there, that is a dried aphid carcass. Oh, he fell off. I had a student once send me a picture on a weekend, and they're like, "Hey Ross, this insect was on my plants. What do you think?" And I'm like, "Well, you did have an insect. That's just what remains off of him." So he's right there. So I'm seeing dried up aphids, but I am not seeing fresh aphids, which is good. Okay, so I'm checking undersides of leaves, going in here looking on the new tissue. I'm seeing a lot of carcasses, a lot of fairly fresh carcasses, so one's from the initial, and then I am finding some that just have a little bit of moisture left into them. There's one down here. Let's see if he is with us or not with us. He just, yeah. Okay, so this one here, I know this is kind of small. This one's here is still fleshy, right? So there's still a lot of tissue going on here that's full of liquids, but the legs are not moving. So this one is deceased. Let me look at it closer in the light. There's the survivor right there. Right there. And again, this was down below, and that slug got to him. Let's check the next one. We'll check one more sweet potato after this, and then we're going to look at the important ones, which is the Firefly Petunias. Okay, so right off the bat, I do see an aphid right here. See if I can get this aphid. Okay, it is still mobile, so that is still a live aphid. The other ones were recently deceased. This one is still alive. So there's one survivor so far. So those of you that are probably going to catch this live stream later, because I don't see anybody on the live right now. This is a bioluminescent Firefly Petunia. These are really sensitive to stress. So if they get insect infestations and you don't treat it right away, you can lose the entire plant. So they're really, really easy to stress out. So what we're going to do is I'm going to search through these blossoms, looking on the back side. Oh, here we go. Looking on the back side of the blossom. What we're going to look for is whether or not we have live aphids and what condition they're in. Okay, so first one, right there. Yeah, right there. So this is a female. And the way I can tell that is immediately behind her, there is an offspring, I think. Could be an egg. I don't know. It looked like an offspring, maybe it's not. But this one is still moving. So that is an okay aphid, which is not great. The antennae are still moving. The legs are still gripping. So we'll dispatch that one. Okay, so that's the second live aphid that we've found while doing our inspection. Actually, this one's ill. So I do see the legs still moving, but it is not moving well. So that is one that is going to succumb. We'll just dispatch it all the way anyway. That was a winged aphid too, so that would be either a male or a female. If it's a female, it's an egg layer. Okay, we got another one here in this blossom. Yeah, that one's still alive. So this is another winged aphid. Now, we do have aphids flying right now, but this is not the same color as the ones that are out there flying. So, yeah, that one's a healthier one. So, okay, what is that? 5 live aphids. Found another one here. It's also a winged aphid. I dropped it. There it is. I think I'm going to look at one more batch or one more plant, and we'll make a determination from there. I do see that I'm going to need to go through and trim and wash these. Yeah, so there's more room that we could go with an application of something else, but we are going to have to give it some time before we do another application. Okay, so was it 100% kill? Not within the first 3-ish days. It's probably in the high 90s for a treatment ratio on those. So we found about a dozen aphids, which is really not bad compared to the number of aphids that were on here. Like the mother plant back here, and most of what I've seen on here has, and this treatment is older, so it's another day beyond what we were looking at. It's been okay. It's definitely cut down on the issue, but it hasn't completely eliminated it. So we are going to need to do an application of something else. I may do another application of this maybe tomorrow. I might do a light application. And then I've got to wait 30 days, and then we'll do an application of something else. So we're going to go through here. So the question is, would I recommend this? Yeah, high 90s kill rate is pretty good. It's pretty good. And it may just take time for the rest of those aphids to actually do some feeding. Some of the winged adults may not be feeding. I'd have to check in and see on their N-star stage if they feed as winged adults. or if they just live off the reserves. Because if they're living off the reserves and they're not feeding, that could be why they're still alive. But I'll have to do that. There's definitely some early instar stages that were still alive. The really young stuff is all gone. You know, the first and second instars, they're all gone. It's the later stages of those aphids that have actually perished. So yeah, I'd probably recommend that. It's not going to be 100%, but I can actually live with that in the hopes that the systemic part will eventually start working and help keep control of what's going on. If you have questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. I know we didn't have anybody hang out in the live stream today, but that's okay because it hasn't been super consistent, but at least we're learning something. And I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it here. So for whatever reason, if you hold your mouth open on this when you do these for the thumbnails, YouTube will grab them. So there you go. There's a thumbnail catch. But anyway, yeah, that is there. And perfect. Someone jumped into the stream right when I was doing the live stream on that. That was probably really weird. But anyway, I hope you're learning something. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that if you feel that you want to support the channel, that you subscribe. If you do catch us in one of the streams, we're not going to do the memberships anymore, but you can do stickers or supers if you feel so led in that. And in the coming months, there may be some merch. We'll figure something out. Anyway, as always, I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed. Ag Teacher Thoughts.